Virginia, USA. How are you all doing? Welcome, Joram. Welcome. Let's see. Welcome, Charles. Welcome, Janet. Welcome, Moonlight. Welcome, Samuel Tumusima. Welcome, Omar. Welcome, Salma. Welcome, Sherifa Babidia. You know, last time we were here, I was talking about personal finances, and I promised to continue with personal finances, but you see that I actually switched the topics. We'll continue with personal finances actually at the right time, because the next time we meet here, we'll be starting the new year. Maybe it's better at that time. We'll continue with that topic. But today, you see that I switched it. I said, the message today is, do things, important things, while you can. Do things while you can. That's the topic today, and it's going to be a short one. For those of you who are watching right now, if any one of you wants to be on Zoom with me today, I'm available. You know, I'm not coming as much. I'm not available as much. But today, if any one of you wants to be on Zoom after this, I can share what I share on Zoom. I show you about affiliate marketing. But today is not about affiliate marketing. It's about do things while you can. And shortly, I'll share the reason why I'm saying do things while you can. But meanwhile, I want to ask you something. Those of you in the chat, because if you hear many of my motivational messages, I tend to say, not even motivational messages, even success habits, I talk about being grateful. I talk about being positive. Even those in my Facebook group, I share a whole video, audio. I am writing about being positive. And I don't have a problem with being grateful. That one I do. I even write it down every day. Every day I'm writing what I'm grateful for today, this morning, evening again, even my thoughts. And when something happens, I say, wow, I'm very grateful for that. But then the being positive part, that one, those who know me, I struggle a little bit with that. So what's the difference? Welcome, Huzaifa. What's the difference between being, what do you think, before I start the topic, I'm waiting for some more people to come, who can help me understand the difference between being positive and being grateful. Because I don't have a problem being grateful, but I struggle being positive all the time. What's the difference? Welcome, Sherifa. Who can tell me the difference? What do you think? Because I don't have a problem being grateful, but I have a problem being positive all the time. I find myself catching myself going a little negative. Like if I have a plan A, I like to put in there a little plan B because I'm worried a little bit. So what's the difference? Please, in the chat. I'm about to start the topic, the do things while you can. But let's first see the difference because it will help me. But then my voice has not healed. I don't know why. Since I read those books back to back, the voice has stayed like this. What's the difference between, because like I said, I'm very grateful, but I struggle being positive. What's the difference? Who can help me? Maybe are we gonna go to Professor Google again, or we can just explain it ourselves? Being positive and being grateful. Because I know being grateful helps you be positive, but what's the difference? Anyone? Salma. Salma, it's late. It's coming to 11 your time. Sorry. Sorry about that. You know, I have something going on here that I'm about to talk about that is a little bit put me off schedule a little bit. So what's the difference? Please just type what you think. The difference between being positive and being grateful. Because I know being grateful helps you be positive. But what do you think? Because then I want to start the topic. Do things while you can. For those of you who watch this later, many of you watch this later. I decided to do the, you see, today I have some flowers. You see these? For you. You can share through the screen. This is supposed to be like motivational kind, but participation. Some of you voted that you prefer the motivation not to be videos. Normally I would be uploading a video, but you chose it to be live. So let's see, being positive requires one to have a positive attitude. And for grateful comes after you've succeeded in getting the positive results. Really? How is that? That's what I'm explaining. Let me read it again. Being positive requires one to have a positive attitude, yes. And for grateful comes after you've succeeded in getting the positive results. So I thought you can be grateful by default. That's how I see it. That it doesn't I don't have to get a result first to be grateful. Who's that? Remember when I'm talking about being grateful, I said by default we should be grateful people, because if I'm still here breathing, I'm already grateful by default. There's no result yet. What do you think? Who else can give a comment? Please, those of you who watch this later, what do you think? The difference between grateful and being positive, being grateful? Because I said I don't have a problem being grateful, but I have a challenge being positive all the time. Anyone wants to add? Okay, by the way, today we're going to go through, let me show you. This topic of do things while you can, it's connected with the topic, at least in my opinion, of regrets. Having regrets because you didn't do the things that were important. So I have some notes here, and I'm going on a website. We're going to discuss regrets, also discussing the topic, do it while you can. Okay, what do you think? Anyone has a different opinion from Huzaifa? Huzaifa, respond to what I just said. I think for me, for all of us, as long as we are alive, I think we can be grateful without anything even happening. Because by default, we should be grateful people. If the way we are, that we are alive and well, if you're healthy, you're breathing, you should be grateful. Nothing else needs to happen, I think, for being grateful. At least that's how I see it. So who has a comment? Okay, today I'm sharing a short story about me, but before I do that, there is a website here called psychologytoday.com, and it talks about the 6 most common regrets people experience. But then it says the key points, I'm reading the key points. It says intense long-term regrets often stem from poorly made big life decisions. Another one is the biggest regrets tend to relate to social relationships. Research suggests that is to do with social relationships, while the most enduring regrets tend to be for actions not taken. Actions not taken. That's the relevance to my topic today. The action not taken. And then it says regrets can potentially be avoided by making decisions consistent with your values. Because if you keep making decisions, because that means you are taking care of what's important in your life, then maybe you'll be lucky you will not have a regrets. And they have a list of regrets here. And it says there's a study that was made about 270 people, and they found the commonly, I think I need to give the details of this, because it says a nationally representative study which asked 270 Americans to describe a significant life regret, found the most commonly reported regrets involved romance, 19.3%, family, 16.9%, education, 14. Those numbers I'm giving you, people regretted about those topics. Let me read it again. Romance, 19.3%. Family, 16.9%. Education, 14.0%. Career, 13.8%. Finance, I'm actually surprised, finance, 9.9%. Parenting, 9%. That's Morrison and Royce, 2011. That's the one who did that. But you see, I'm surprised that the regret for finance is actually small. I thought it was bigger than that. Now, welcome, Aula. Let's see what Hudhaifa is battling my explanation. Let me see. Gratitude might be a practice that doesn't come easily, although sometimes it must grow inside of you. Actually, for me, gratitude is easier. For me, please make a comment. Which one is easier? Being grateful or harder? For me, being grateful is easier. Being positive is harder. So let me ask you. Welcome, Herman. Welcome, Janet. I know it's late. Welcome, Zlaika. Okay, Herman says, being positive is being more productive. And being grateful is just being thankful. I think being thankful is easier. Let me see. Being positive is to do with being productive. That's interesting. I didn't think like that. So please, now that we have an idea what these two are, tell me for you. I just declared in public that being grateful is easier for me, but being positive is harder. So which one is easier for you? Please put in the chat, the ones who are here. Is it easier? Put which one is harder? Harder. Or I don't know how you want to write it, but I want to know, to see which one is harder for you. Being grateful or being positive? Please respond. Welcome, Zlaika. Which one is harder? Being grateful or being positive? For me, being positive. But the reason I want to be grateful, it helps with being positive. Like if you have a tough situation, your life will have some struggles, you will say, look at what you are grateful for, and then it helps you become positive. But it's not easy to be positive all the time. Let me see. Hello, welcome everyone. Being positive is harder for you, Aula. Being positive, Sandra. Welcome, Sandra. Laika, what's harder for you? Haman, you say, I don't know that I agree with you when you say positive is being productive. No, you can be positive without being productive. Haven't you seen people who are positive? Like, they're positive, they're high energy. They say, I can do that, I can do this, but they're not productive actually. But they're just positive. They believe they can solve anything, although they haven't solved any. Haman, someone believes they can conquer the world, but they don't even take action. Those kind of people, have you seen them? Okay, let's see. Being positive, Joram says being grateful is harder. Oh, Joram, being grateful is easier because maybe if you don't choose not to focus on it. But if you focus on it, I think it's easier because there is a lot to be grateful for. It's around you, it's in you, it's on you. Like everywhere you go, there is something to be grateful for. But it's a choice. It's a choice that you make. That's my opinion. Okay, let's see. Janet, being positive is harder. Yeah, I think so. Being positive is harder. Now, what happened to me, let me share this story before we continue, why I decided to switch this topic. Next week, and it's to be fitting, if you are still here, to deal with the personal finance. We'll continue that topic because we'll be starting the new year. You know those new year resolutions? Those of you who want to make more money, let's do that next weekend. But today I switched topics and I said, do things while you can. And the reason I said do things while you can, by the way, those who are around me, I say that all the time. I even record videos about it. And even those who know how I operate daily, I like to do things and finish them. I said, do it while you can. You never know. Do it while you can. So let me share a short story, what happened. This week actually. Today is what? Sunday? What happened? You know, I talk about my daughter a lot. The one who edits the videos, they put the music. So what happened? You know, she just finished college. She finished, I mentioned in my videos, William and Mary, where she was. She finished her degree. And the last semester, you know, here in USA, some schools closed because of COVID. But it's one of the schools, the universities that worked really hard to make sure the school is safe. And they were very strict. They said you had to be tested. They sent them kits before they went to school. They wear masks the whole semester. They were there all the time. They didn't stop them from going. So she wore a mask since, I mean, the whole year she's been wearing a mask. She doesn't mind it. I said, a mask all the time? Yes. So when she got a job, she came back home, she got a job in Washington, D.C. And her job, she works, they do like these events, big events, those big people in D.C., big events, big conferences. So they put these things together. They do the audio, so much stuff they do. So always her mask is on. And those of you who watch me with the driving vlog, I showed you the bus station, and I used to tell you about the bus. I said those buses take people to DC. She ended up getting on those buses. The buses are easier, they make it cheaper to work in DC because DC parking is $40 an hour, at least where she works. If you bring your own car, you park, you pay $40 every day. No, $40 every day, not an hour, every day. And then those buses, driving to DC takes you a long time. Sometimes it could even take you like 40 or an hour or two to get there because there's so many cars. But when you go on these buses, they go like 40 minutes. They take the express route. So she decided to go by those buses, not to leave her car, but she goes to the buses. And when she does, sometimes she could have driven her car and go to the bus, leave it there, and then come back and drive home. But sometimes she go, depending on her schedule, with the bus or sometimes with Uber, because Uber costs like $50, $40, but remember parking is $40. So when you look at it, is going in Uber sometimes is even cheaper. Than taking your own car. So what happened, she's been working a few months, she goes like that. Sometimes with Uber, sometimes with bus. But when she goes to the bus, I drop her off. Last station where I showed you in the videos, I take her, she goes. So what happened on Monday? You know, last month, she came back from work and I said, you look like you have COVID. Or whatever, like I'll joke around because she had a cough, a cold. I said, I need to stay away from you. You look like you have COVID. Anyway, that happened like for 3 days. She was fine. So, but then on Monday, she came back from work and I had to pick her up from the bus. So when the bus, normally I'm there before the bus comes. So the bus comes, she comes. The moment I saw her, I said she looks different. Even on she had her mask on, and I could see just the eyes. You know, she wears hijab like me, so you could only see the eyes. I said, today this is different. Because normally she comes in my car, I ask her to sanitize before she takes off her mask. But this time she said, I think I'm not taking it off. I looked at her, I knew something was different about her. So I got out my mask, I put it on too. So we come home, I say, I think this time it's not a joke. You look like you may have COVID. So she looked around to see where she could schedule a test, because I think this time you need to be tested. Because I joked before, but this time it looked like she could really have it. So she scheduled, she found an appointment because that was late. She scheduled it the following day, so it was the following day anyway. We went to the test, and the test came back the following day. Guess what? She was positive. Positive with COVID. Finally, COVID is in my home. And I started thinking, I've been with her all this time, because she was talking about those events, the one that I mentioned, they take care of. These are large crowds, people. And you know when they said that, okay, if you are vaccinated, you don't need a mask, stuff like that. So people gave up on masks because they're vaccinated. So these gatherings, she's been saying that people gather a lot, they don't have masks. And now she had told that on Friday that week, they had said someone, you know, they call it exposed, like when one person tests positive, all the people around have to be worried because now they're exposed. So they said they were exposed. So they moved, instead of being in a hall, they put the whole event outside. She had mentioned it, that today they said someone was exposed, so they put it out. That was Friday. She went back to work on Monday. Now she comes back looking like this. Now she said, you know what, that event we took care of on Friday, that's how I got it. That's how I think I got it. Anyway, I panicked a little bit. I didn't show it, but I said, oh my God. But I'm being tested tomorrow too. So my daughter has been in lockdown. We put her in one room. We don't talk to her. We don't see her outside. We just say, okay, how are you? Like, how are you? But they can't see you. It's actually a joke, but it's not a joke. I say it like a joke. It's serious. So we've been treating her, and we are lucky so far. You know, we're all fully vaccinated. We're the whole family. But of course, I was hurt a lot. I remember the last video we did, she was touching my stuff. I mean, the last one you just watched. Anyway, that's what's going on. So I said, do things while you can. Because I'm here talking to you. I may not be able to talk to you tomorrow. Now, if I go tomorrow and they say, maybe I have it too, I don't know. I don't know yet. So do things while you can. Because you don't know. Today, maybe I was scheduling to, like I'm trying to talk to you about finances the next year. Maybe I will not be there to do it. You never know. I could be in lockdown too, like they call it, what? You have to be in a room. I don't think I can do a live right there. I can't. I don't know. I will not be feeling good because for her, the running nose all the time, the mouth, she can't even speak. I won't be able to speak the way I'm speaking. Even right now, I have an issue. Will you hear me? For her, we are lucky she doesn't have chest issues. So she's going to be there until Thursday, next week. That's when the 10 days will be over. She says she's not feeling that bad, but she's not okay. She's not okay yet. Okay, that's the story. That's why I decided to say, do things while you can. Now, the most important regrets, according to this, let me read to you. You see if you regret any of this. They says that this is the something from psychologytoday.com. That perhaps the most well-known example, wait. It's about regrets, okay? That another way we can, remember that those percentages I read earlier? They say another way we can learn about life's biggest regrets is to listen to those who care for the dying. These carers who spend much of their time in discussion with those in their last act have a unique perspective. And these are the things that people normally regret. Okay? I'm going to read one and then you let me know what you think about it. It said, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expect of me. I'm going to read that again. Please make a comment. Are you living the life like the way they're saying? I wish I would had the courage. I had had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Now I'm coming to the chat. Are you living a life according to your own values, what you like to do, or you are doing it because of your parents, or your spouse, or your children, or your parent? I mean, are you living, because they say that's what most people regret. So please make a comment. Being positive is having hope and confidence in one's ability. Positive in having, I prefer that one, Herman. Please, are you living life? Since we according to this, people regret not living life according to what they really want. One of them would be a career. In fact, my daughter, when she was doing high school and all that way, she used to do math and science and all that stuff. But after I was reading this, I would feel very bad if I didn't let her do what she wanted to do, because she thought she was going to be a scientist, doing sciences and all that stuff. She even qualified to get in that college. They paid her tuition because of how well she was doing in the sciences. But she ended up not doing the sciences. She did what she wanted to do. So I let it go. I said, okay, that's what you want to do. Are you living life like your career, your school, the courses you are doing, everything you are doing, according to what you feel is right for you, or you are doing it because someone else is making you do it? Let's comment on that. Please put a comment if you don't mind. Are you doing things? Are you, oh, what was it? Saying, I wish I had the courage to live a life. Are you living a life true to yourself, or according to what other people want you to do or to be? Aula, are you living a life true to yourself, the way you are designing your life? Is it what you want, or is it because of other people pushing you to do that? Put a comment, because the reason we're doing this, or the reason I chose to cover this, is this time we have, that's all we have. You're not going to live your life again. You live it one time, right? So set it up the way you want it. Set it up the way you want it. Aula, how is your situation? How are you feeling? Do you feel like when you wake up every day, this is the kind of life you want, or someone else is forcing you to do it that way? Let's see. Zuleika, Haman, what's going on with you? Is this the life you want? Or is it because of other people? No. No. Yes, Sandra. No. Sandra, that's not good. I'm telling you, that's not good. Because like I told you, when this same daughter was growing up, we did so much, thinking she was going to be a scientist. All the best programs, everything. We did extra. But then she said, I don't think I want to do that the rest of my life. I said, all these years we've been going to this best class and best courses and driving her here. He said, I don't feel like, at least it got me into good college, but I don't think I want to do it. I struggled with it, but I let it go. So, Sandra, talk to your parents. I'm leaving, no. Oh, Wana, I just say thank you. Yeah. Wana, nice to see you here. Are you living life the way you want? Let me ask you, Wana, before you disappear. I know you want to, I don't think you're going to be here long. Wana, are you living life according to someone else, according to what you want? And you are grown. You're grown. By the way, I appreciate your advice, Wana. Personal finances. It's going to be my topic again next Sunday. We started it last weekend, but this time I said, because of having COVID in my house and going for COVID test tomorrow, I said, you know what? Let me share what's going on, and let me remind you seriously. Do things while you can. Okay. What did you, Sandra? I think that's not good. That's not good. Have a discussion with your parents, especially if you are strongly against it. Strongly against it. I've had my own dentist. He said I think it was his parents or other. He said he thought he was going to be a doctor. He thought he was going to be a doctor. But for him, I think he made his own decision. He said the first time he saw blood flowing. They cut out someone, and he said, no, I can't do this. He changed it. He couldn't be a doctor. So, Sandra, think about that. How about anyone else? Do you want me to go to the next point? That's an important point. Living life true to yourself, not what others expect of you, is important. Now, the next one is interesting actually. It says, I wish I had not worked so hard. Wana, I wish I had not worked so hard. That one, I don't know. I don't know about that. The people who work so hard, they don't even see their children. Yes, you have to balance it out. But working hard for me is still important. But you have to balance it. Make sure you have time for family, time for friends, time for having some fun. That some people are regretting. Is anyone regretting that? I think you're still young to regret that. Number 3, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. The courage to express my feelings. That one, for some, is a culture thing. And I can say, if you are in Uganda, if you're watching me right now and you are in Uganda, I think it's a culture thing. People don't express exactly how they feel. They sugarcoat it. And when I talk to Ugandans, because I'm a Ugandan myself originally, they see that Americans are more open. They're more open. They tell you what they think. But in Uganda, you could see it as rude, as being unkind and all that. But you rather know what someone thinks. So I wish I had expressed my feelings. I have always been true to myself and doing what I choose to do. Never live your life for others. Yes, yes, yes. That's for you, Wana. Yes, because I can feel you. By the way, Wana, when I watch you in your videos, I could see that that's you. You are not fake. I can feel that you care about the topics, you care about the, what you teach us and all that. And you are not only talking the talk, you are walking the walk. So I appreciate you very much. You are in my Facebook group. Okay, that was the other one, the hard work. Let's see the other one. I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. Wow. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I think this is a good one for those who are still young. I'll tell you, if you are still in school, please, please. But now, Facebook makes it easier. Social media. You can connect with people for a long time. But I think before, you had to know their phone number, and maybe you are in school, you don't even know what phone number they'll be on later. So it was a different kind of life. It was very easy to lose contact, to lose connection. So they're saying people are regretting. So please, make sure you connect with your friends. Don't forget their contacts. So that's one of them. And then the other one is, I wish I had let myself be happier. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yes, according to your choosing. Well, you know, this one is interesting. I found one that's interesting. It says, I wish I had let myself be happier. Let's discuss that for a moment. Wana, since we are still having you here for a moment, what do you think they mean? I wish I had let myself be happier. What does that mean? Yeah. Thank you. I'll go tomorrow and see. Maybe I think I'll be fine. I'm not feeling. I'm doing some things right now, and I think I'll be fine. Let's see. We'll see tomorrow. I've just started living a life the way I want. That's good. That's good. Congrats to you, Haman, because it's so important. You could lose yourself. You feel like it's the soul inside you. You feel like, that's not me. How about this one? You didn't put a comment about expressing your feelings. That one, expressing your feelings, is important. Because you could see people, they could even be in a relationship, like maybe husband, wife, but the wife never says how she feels to her husband. And they've been like that for 10 years. He said, whatever he wants, I do. Whatever he says, I do. What? You have a life. And now, by the time you try to change it, it's hard to change it because he's used to that. Or the other way around. It's the women and men. It could be the man who have never been able to express what he feels, what he wants in a relationship. So you have to work smarter, not harder, right? It's not easy. It's not easy, especially for those of us who are connected to Africa. You always work hard, physical hard. We're just learning. People are just learning. Okay. Anyone? For me, the reminder is, do things while you can. There's something that I didn't even get into. Normally, if I was getting online, but for me, I would say, normally when I talk about this topic, ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness. If you need to ask please ask for forgiveness. Do you have to ask for forgiveness? Do it now, while you can, because you never know. And then demand an apology. If someone is not apologizing, they hurt you really bad, ask. Or if you don't want to do that, forgive them then. Just forgive, and forget. But do things while you can. Well, I have a belief that when people don't forgive you, for those of you who believe in the day of judgment, that if you leave this world before someone forgives you, they'll take some of your good deeds. That's the preaching I hear. That people will take some of your good deeds in front of God. If someone didn't forgive you, and you meet on that day and they're still demanding something from you, this time it won't be, if it was money, it won't be money, to be your good deeds. So please, settle things while you are still here. I don't know if that's true, but that's what we are told. That if you die and you owe someone something, they'll take something from you when you are in front of God. So let's settle these things while we can. Okay, so anyone, I think someone wanted to come to Zoom. Anyone wanted Zoom? Haman, it wasn't you. It was who? Someone was talking about wanting to be on Zoom. I could do it today because I'm not available as much as I used to. So anyone who wants to be on Zoom with me afterwards, let me know now. So I scheduled Zoom. That will be something to do with affiliate marketing. By the way, Wana, do you want to do, are you familiar with Legendary Marketer, Wana? Yeah, but that's not easy, Wana. Happiness, I think, is not easy. Because how do you define it? What makes you happy? Because some people think that happiness, only when I make the money or when I get this, is in the future. Like, when I get this, I'll be happy. When I get that, I'll be happy. When I get married, I'll be happy. When I have a child, I'll be happy. So it's in the future. Learning to have it in the present is not easy. What do you think? Who is an expert on happiness? You know, happiness? But you can be happy in the moment. You can choose to be happy now. Not necessarily, that's my opinion. Not necessarily all the time, but could choose, this is my moment, this is my time, I'm going to have it and have that happy moment. What do you think? You are responsible for your happiness. You know, but I think most of us put it in the future, like when something happens, when that happens. So we have to learn to be happy the way we are. And that, it's not easy though. It's not easy when you are struggling. What do you think, Wana? Are you still there? Are you still there? So anyone, Haman, do you want to be on Zoom? I think you used to have, you have like a phone issue or something. Haman, you are the one, I think, with the phone issue. I don't know that you can come to Zoom because I'm available today to be on Zoom, and it's not easy to be on Zoom any other days. So what I'll do, whenever I come live, anyone who wants to be on Zoom, I'll come. Wana, are you familiar with the Legendary Marketer, Wana? You could be missing out on something huge. I haven't mentioned it to you. I never even talked to you because you are familiar with, partner with Anthony. I'm assuming you are listening to me, Wana. Are you familiar with Legendary Marketer? Because it's not everywhere. If you want to be an affiliate marketer, you could come on Zoom. I show you what it looks like, because that's what it's very few people qualified to get into it, but it's really good. That's going to be my focus this year. For those, and I want to, are you familiar, Wana? I want to have a large number of people who say they want it, so we can ask them to open it up for us. But right now it's just a few countries. You have to be like in USA, Canada, UK, Australia, those kind of countries, the tier 1. Are you familiar, Wana? You want to be on Zoom, I show you? Haman, if your phone is okay, I want today have some time to be on Zoom with you. Anyone who wants to be on Zoom, I'm getting off. Today my message was, do things when you can. That's all I can say. Talk to your people, especially now with COVID, some people can't meet others. Someone was posting that for 3 years, I think they can't go to Australia. I didn't know about Australia being locked. They couldn't see their parents because of COVID. So at least now Zoom is free. You can talk, you can go on Zoom and connect with your people, or you talk to them. Please do things while you can. That's all I have to say. Do things while you can. Anyone who wants to go on Zoom, you know, I'm trying to save my voice. I don't want to prolong this too much. That was the message I had for you today. If you want to, this topic, it was on psychology today. Those questions I was reading. No to what? Noana, are you saying no to what? Are you familiar with Legendary Marketer? Do you want to know how it works? What are you saying no to? Or no, not interested? Because if you want to see, I'll show you what it is. For me, I see it as the best of the best because the coaches, if you are a coach, if you are a digital marketer, if you are interested in events and high ticket stuff. If you're interested in high ticket promotions, it's a good one. So clear your no for me, Awana. No, you don't know it, or no, you are not interested. Or no to both. No, I don't know it, I'm not interested. I'm waiting for that. I'm about to close this one. For those who come and watch this later, please find me this year, especially. If we're going to be together in this year, we don't know. 2022, I'm going to focus more on business. You're going to hear me talking about business. Working at home, online, and man online, those topics. And also, but not just making money, but how to you set it up to make it a real business. Because people talk about making money, even on YouTube here, you could make the money and not know what to do next. And tax season comes and you don't even know what to do. So you have to set it up like a business. You have to know how to manage the money, all that stuff. That's going to be my topics starting 2022, if everything goes well. Voila, you know how to type. Clear it for me. I don't understand. No, yes. To what? Just make a statement, please. I'm about to close this one off. Say no, I'm not interested in. No, I'm not aware of legendary marketer. No, I'm not interested. No, yes, I want to be on Zoom. Make it clear, because all these people I've been talking to, they are interested in this, but they can't. They don't have access because it's locked. Africa is only South Africa that's allowed. So even if they were interested, they can't do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Now that's clear. For me, I'm going to be a legendary marketer, yes. And I'm seeing it from a different perspective. Because it teaches, I'm going to look at the high ticket. High ticket part of it is what I'm going to do. And then the low ticket part do you know why I like it, Wana? Because you see, partner with Anthony, you have to keep paying $7 a month. But with legendary marketer, you pay one time. That's why I want it for my people, because they pay just one time and they get all these skills. And with me, because I'm doing it fully. In business, they call it business blueprints and all that stuff. So I'll share. If they pay 7, if you're watching me and you are especially in UAE or USA or Canada, United Kingdom, and you hear me talking about legendary marketer or business, because I'll share what I know. Because I paid the high ticket. You don't have to do that. I'll share what I know. You're going to be a free affiliate. All you have to do is pay $7 and finish the $15 challenge. So, $15, 15-day challenge. Then you sign up to be a free affiliate. I'll share what I know from being with them, being an insider. I'll share how you can benefit from this program. So I think it's great. Because I've been in many of them. I think it's great. And the $7, that's all you need. The rest we'll share with you. I started the series already. I started the introduction. Every week I'll be adding more and more. And then when you finish the challenge, trying to get out the tips from the challenge, then I'm going to share the inside stuff. That's inside there. That's only for people who pay high. I'll share them right here on my channel. Not like the whole thing, what they teach, but what I know, what I understand. They don't have a problem with that. I'll share, okay? So, but if you are from Uganda especially, be close to me, because I want to form a large number of people, and then hopefully we can convince him to open it up for Uganda. If I know that I have people who are really going to take it on and change their life better, change their life. I have to get on, if you want to be on Zoom, you come now. If you want to be on Zoom, what I do, I set it up and come now. Can be just you and me, just the two of us. If you want to, I can deal with you. 15 minutes, I'll show you what this is all about. Have you joined it before? Yes, I am the one with phone issue. Yeah, I know. You have a phone issue? Hopefully solve it soon. Have you done the challenge? Oh, you are not familiar. Come one. I think you will benefit from this. It's going to be my focus. I've done partner with Anthony, and I take people to partner with Anthony. One of the best for learning, but not one of the best for making money. Because to make money, you have to, the real money, I mean, the big money, you have to be selling, you're upgrading, and not everyone can upgrade. But the good thing with regional marketer, you can promote the high ticket even when you're just a free affiliate. He just gave you less commissions. Okay, I'm about to get off here. If you are interested, contact me on WhatsApp. I'll set it up one just for you, just you and me, like 15 minutes, and I'll show you what this is all about. Because for most people, they don't allow them, most countries. Right now, just UAE. Have UAE, I mean the countries that are outside of the tier 1, only UAE and South Africa. Okay, thank you for watching this. Remember the message was, do things while you can. The next time you see me live, we're going to be talking about the personal finances and preparing for 2022. But my message is going to be more about earning money online, making money online, but not just that. How do you create a business out of that? I'm not going to do that here, Sophia. There's some things I discuss in private, and there's some things I declare here. That topic, you can do it on Zoom or on WhatsApp. Sophia. Okay, I want to discuss that right here. This is public as they can be. So if you have to discuss a strategy, we can do it together on WhatsApp or Zoom. So anyone who wants to go on Zoom and have my WhatsApp, I'm setting it up for, let me set up one for 5 minutes from now. 10:30 my time is 6:30 if you're in Uganda. I think one is Eastern time, right? 10:30. Let me set up a Zoom. If you have my WhatsApp, text me or I'll share a link. If you don't have my WhatsApp and you want a Zoom with me to explain all the things I do, find me on Facebook. You send me a message, you say, you know what? I want a Zoom with you. I can do one, just one-on-one, without any other people. If you have some issues to discuss, it's free. I don't charge money. And if you find anything where I say affiliate marketing, there is always a link. There is always a link that takes you to add your email. And once you add your email, you always get back an email from me, Sherifa. It has my phone number. So always, I'm available to support anyone. It's my passion. It's my passion. But now, not just earning money, but creating a business, okay? And all the details of like what kind of, how do you structure it? How do you do bookkeeping? Separating it from personal, all those things. That's going to be my focus this year. Bye for now. Find me, those of you who are right now in the chat, find me on WhatsApp, ask me for the link. I'm setting it up right now. 5 minutes from the ending of this, I'll have a Zoom link. For those of you who come later, find me. Bye-bye.